My name is Calvin, and I'm a Power BI developer. I'm going to present to you my project on US rail equipment accidents from the year 2016 to 2022. This is a short story of Central Railways, a long-standing and reliable train company that faced a series of challenges that ultimately led to its collapse. The company had been a vital part of the nation's transportation network, providing smooth flow of goods and services with safe and efficient journeys for passengers across vast distances. However, a surge in accidents caused significant financial losses and eroded customer trust. As accidents continued to occur, Central Railways found itself in a state of crisis. The company's once stellar reputation was overshadowed by growing mistrust from the public. The passengers became hesitant to travel on their trains, and potential investors were also hesitant to support the company. Despite desperate attempts by the board of directors to address this crisis and regain customers' trust, Central Railways was unable to secure the necessary funds. Gradually, the once iconic Central Railways had no choice but to file for bankruptcy. The closure of Central Railways left a void in the transportation landscape, affecting not only the passengers, but also the countless communities that relied on their services. The goal of this project is to analyze train accidents data to determine the main causes of train accidents and provide suggestions that will be done to reduce these accidents to save the train companies who might be struggling with the same challenges as our Central Railways. This is my data model. The data that I used in this project is from data.gov. I created a calendar table to use for time intelligence. I also created a report measures table that accommodates all my measures. And I also created a refresh date table. And the accident impact table is the table that I use for my waterfall chart. This is my dashboard. On the top left is a slicer, year slicer from 2016 to 2022 that will enable the client to slice the data by year. Below the slicer are my KPIs. I have total accidents, cost per accident, persons killed per accident, and persons injured per accident. The indicators are based on the year-over-year percentage. And then the first chart represents accidents by year with ability to drill down to the month. And as you can see from the year 2016 to 2022, the year with the highest number of accidents was 2019, and the year with the least number of accidents was 2016. And with the trend, we can see that from 2016 to 2019, the accidents had been increasing, and it dropped in 2020, and then it started increasing again to 2022. The lines here represent the year-over-year percentage KPIs with their respective colors. The second chart represents accidents by equipment type. And as you can see, the equipment type with the highest number of accidents was freight train, followed by the yard switch. And the lines represents the year-over-year percentage KPIs with their respective colors. The third chart, which is a scatter chart, represents the accidents by accident cause. And as you can see, the accident cause with the highest number of accidents is the switch improperly line, followed by the highway user inattentiveness, and then the shoving movement. The waterfall chart here represents the general accident impact year-over-year percentage. And then the last chart is a map that represents the accidents by state with ability to drill down to the stations. And as you can see, Texas has the highest number of accidents, followed by the Illinois and California being the third one. On the positive insights, we can see that in 2020, the accidents increased by 15.94% compared to the previous year. The persons killed per accident also decreased, and the persons injured per accident decreased. On the accident causes in 2020, we can see that the top 3 accident causes were a switch improperly line, the highway user inattentiveness, and the shoving movement. And then on the equipment type that had the highest number of accidents in 2020 is the freight train. And we can see that the accidents that were caused by freight train decreased in 2020 by 17.38% compared to the previous year, 2019. And also the persons killed per accident decreased. And the accident causes, the top 2 accident causes were highway user inattentiveness and the switch improperly line. And then on the negative insights, we can see that in 2022, the accidents increased by 3.85% compared to the previous year, 2021. And also the persons killed per accident increased by 21.92% compared to the previous year. On the accident causes, the top 3 accident causes in 2022 were switch improperly lined, shoving movement man on or at the leading end of movement, shoving movement, absence of man on or at the leading end of movement, and also the highway user inattentiveness. When we look at Texas having the highest number of accidents in 2022, we can see that the accidents in Texas in 2022 increased, the cost per accident also increased, and the persons killed per accident increased. And when we check on the accident causes in Texas in the year 2022, we can see that the highway user inattentiveness is leading, and then followed by the pass coupler and shoving movement. With these few insights, we can see that the top 3 accident causes are the highway user inattentiveness, switch improperly lined, and the shoving movement. And then based on those insights, I have 3 suggestions to the Department of Transportation and the train companies. The first suggestion is to reduce the number of accidents that are caused by highway user inattentiveness. I suggest that they enhance grade crossing safety, enhance safety measures at grade crossings, such as installing active warning devices like flashing lights, bells, and crossing gates. Encourage public education and campaigns to raise awareness about the risk of crossing tracks and promote safe behaviors around rail crossing. The second suggestion is to reduce the number of accidents that are caused by switch improperly lined. I suggest training and education, provide extensive training to railroad personnel responsible for operating and maintaining switches, ensure that they are well versed in proper switch lining procedures, including the use of switch targets, switch stands, and the switch position indicators, promote a culture of safety, and emphasize criticality of the correct switch alignment. The last suggestion is to reduce the number of accidents that are caused by shoving movements. I suggest that they provide proper training and supervision, ensure that the crew members involved in shoving movement receive specialized training on the safe execution of such maneuvers, emphasize the importance of situational awareness, proper use of hand signals, and adherence to the established protocols, implement a system of supervision and mentorship to reinforce safe practices and provide guidance to less experienced crew members.